Gemini, hello! Welcome to my channel, Universal Power Tarot. My name is Marta. These messages I bring you here are supposed to encourage, elevate, and empower you guys, and as well myself. Gemini, hi, how are you? It's so good to have you here. I'm so happy. I just want to give you a huge, heartfelt thank you, you guys. You are so fantastic. Oh my God, I was blown away again by your empowering comments and the interaction in the community, in this beautiful tribe here. By the way, what this platform here offers for all of us, it's incredible. There were some or a lot of advice actually that I found quite helpful. So thank you guys so much for uplifting and empowering all of us. I really appreciate this, and this goes across the board. Like, so many countries, so many different people, ethnicities, skin colors, religions, and I love that so much because that is oneness. Yay, you guys. Okay, that's the spirit of that, and mwah, I thank you for it. That is so wonderful. Thank you also for all of your beautiful subscriptions. Oh my God, you guys, you're so amazing, and thank you for your likes and shares. It's just beautiful. All right, Gemini, let's hop into your July 2020 reading here. This is a general reading, so it may or may not resonate with you, Gemini. Please only take what resonates and leave the rest behind, because that means it's for somebody else. It's not gender specific, is not really time specific either. Whenever the message reaches you, then it's yours at that time. I do this for informative purposes, but really whenever the title of a message resonates with you, no matter if it's your sign or whatever the time says, then it has message in it for you at that time, and you can watch it if you like. Okay? You can reverse the placements also. All right, let's hop in, shall we? Oh no! Didn't see that one coming. The Seven of Swords. That is deceit or sneaking away from a situation. This is not you, they tell me. This is not you. But it's interesting because it's your first card, so it must be on your mind heavily still. Otherwise, it would not be showing up as the first energy here. So someone may have deceived you here or snuck away. And this was quite the realization for you, actually, that put you in a waiting position, that put you in a mode of like really hanging in there, being like turning your world upside down is what I get here, Gemini. Oh my goodness. But it also, and that's the good news here, really is bringing out some stuff that you can work on, like for yourself. And I should add here, this channel is for those that seek personal and or spiritual growth, so the messages can be triggering, right? And I would think that this one is one of those. We'll see, okay? But that brings up stuff for you. That's the good news, because that's empowering, okay? Because if we give away, let's say someone really hurt us, right? And we say, it's their fault 100%. And that's no good, because then we don't have any power at all. Then 100% of the power is with them, when really we want to bring back that power to ourselves. Okay, Gemini? So really take that back, whatever is yours, and claim it back. That's important. For example, okay, I did not see this and that. Next time I see it, I'll act very differently. Something like that, right? Something along those lines. It also involves shadow work here for you. That's what I see. So I recommend Carol S. Pearson with the 12 archetypes of the soul. This one's very good, I feel, because it shows you the 12 archetypes within ourselves, but also the shadow side of those archetypes, to help you get a better understanding how they can serve you, like internally. This is very important work. Do not discard that, what is trying to come up here right now. Yes, the situation that you just came out of or that you are still in is not feeling good, but it's also here for a reason, and also here for the reason you do not want to experience that ever again, right? So this internal work is super important, again, to empower yourself and to see why it happened, right? Because if we build up our defense system, if we are in the realm of redefining our value system, for example, or redefining where our boundaries actually are. That is very helpful. And that the notion here is to really take your time too, because this does take time to reevaluate. And this is why you're upside down too. World is upside down, right? And you're also thinking about it. We could also be talking about spiritual enlightenment here, but it's definitely getting in connection with your emotions. And there's a possible leadership position coming up for you now. That could be a job, but I more so see it like within yourself, like you're being the leader, like really strong leader, and that involves boundaries too. A lot of wisdom coming in here. For some of you, this is very specific. They could have ripped you, wow, that was a slip of the tongue. Ripped you up? I hope not. But this is ripped you off when it comes to money is what I meant to say here. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Some of you really, I have to say, it may feel really gutted by that. Oh my, I'm so sorry, Gemini. I'm so sorry. Again, this has happened already. This is not something that's gonna happen. This has happened already. That makes me almost want to throw up. I'm so sorry, guys. This sucks so much when that happens to us and when we have to go through this here. But again, this brings up important things for you. The Seven of Pentacles, that ultimately, after, I just have to say it the way it is, after a lot of work from your side that you're putting in, or it may feel like that, like a lot of work, will eventually bring the rewards in for you. But it's important that you go through that work and that you listen carefully, because like to yourself, right? If it helps you, to readers too, right? But only if it helps you and empowers you, because otherwise you're in that spiral kind of a thing. Again, most of all, listen to yourself and your own intuition here. Like, what do you want? Not what anyone else wants. What do you want, Gemini? That's important. And it may feel like a lot of work, but again, this is highly beneficial for you and for your growth, and so that you may not go through something like that ever again. Yep, highly beneficial to you, my sweethearts. Yeah, Gemini, the Queen of Pentacles, exactly. Very prosperous, very abundant, someone who's very at home in his or her body, right? And someone who's also highly reflective of the past, of what just happened. It looks to me like for that specific incident, that they actually ripped you off money-wise, that you are still very okay, like money-wise, and still very abundant, if that's not it. Very abundant and very, like, in your own right. You're still that queen. You're still that queen. You've never stopped being that queen. Although others may not have been able to perceive it, you never stopped being that. Or that king. You've never stopped being that. This is a reminder that you have always been that, and that you are still that. And you are very abundant. Very abundant indeed. And this is a huge reminder from Spirit. If they show up like that through me right now, that's a really strong reminder that you need to know this at that time. You have never stopped being that. Although others may have made you feel like you're less than, you are not. You are not, Gemini. You are this. Very abundant. Look how beautiful, right? Look how beautiful and abundant. For some of you, I really get dress up, in the sense of, if you're not feeling well, make yourself get up, make yourself take that shower. This is specific again, right? Make yourself, like, put on some lipstick or whatever it is, or work out those 5 minutes in the morning. It'll make you feel better, right? To put you back on that path. That's important. Oh, karma. That's a karmic situation here we're talking about. Wow. 2 major arcanas back to back here. I mean, like this. Yeah, there's enlightenment coming in for you. That is for sure. Look at that. In that hangman, in that waiting position for you. Look at this. It's like hanging, and then all of a sudden, wah! Enlightenment is right here for you, Gemini. And the wisdom that is coming in, like I said. Scales are being balanced here. It's very important. There's a likelihood, and this is specific to that, you have lived their life and they have lived yours with that karma card here. Either way, it feels like a soul contract that you may have had with that particular person that did the deceiving or the sneaking out. And there's a need that this is being brought to an end. Definitely. Yeah. The Emperor, this is Aries energy. This is you. Yeah, this is taking the higher stance here. Definitely. Because the Emperor is someone that is ruling, right? Much like the Queen here, too. And he doesn't have to work so hard either. Right? It's a strong reminder of how we tell little children, right? How precious they are, how valuable they are to us, if we're well-meaning. And it's a reminder of that, because I was getting that. I was getting talking to a little child, being that a girl, then we say, you are such a beautiful princess, right? Or to a little boy, you're such a gorgeous little prince, right? And really strengthening yourself, your inner child here. The connotation is to really be the adult, be the emperor, be the queen here, that is showing up for him or herself in their life, and really talking to that inner child of you, Gemini, here, to really be like, hey, sweet girl, hey, sweet boy, I got this. I'm the adult here. You can lean on me. And this internal work is really, really important. The work with the inner child, that's in the realm of reparenting our inner child. And that's very important here for you. Very important work to really do this for yourself. It's also very much in the realm of self-love, where we can all learn a lot. It's like there's so much going on, especially if we're talking about unconditional love, because that's ever expanding. So there's always more. Yeah, but this is very important for you here, because that brings you back to that place where there may have been a core wound for you, and it brings you back to that. You're being triggered by this person. Whatever they did is triggering that within you. And it is going to be very helpful for you to look at that, and resolve it, because it wants to be resolved, especially with the karma card here. It's like, please acknowledge me. Oh my God. Wow. Oh no. Oh, this is like a little child, that is crying inside, and that it wants to be acknowledged. That's what I just perceived. And that's what that is. And we tend to just push that away because we don't want to see it. But it's really like, embrace it. Embrace that child and be like, I love you so much. As soon as you acknowledge, the energy is going to start to change. As soon as you start not pushing that away, but including that, and that's what the Emperor is here for, the protection, right? Because he's really standing up for those around him, and he's really well-meaning to the ones around him, and himself, as well as himself. So that's that protection, and that queen, that mothering, that's also the body, right? Really acknowledge that, and work with your inner child. That's a super important process. Do not discard that, Gemini. It's very, very important and very beneficial. The Four of Wands, that's that happy. I'm very much getting internal today, guys. So I'm saying this is internal. See that little child here, very happy because his parents, the Queen and the Emperor, are very much taking care of that little boy here, that little prince, and letting him, or that little girl, right, letting him know, you are fantastic, Gemini. You are a fantastic little boy, little girl. You really are. Oh my goodness. Yeah, and we love you so much. And we'll take care of you. Always, now and always. We will never mistreat you ever again, because we have a tendency to do the mistreating towards ourselves, especially when we in early childhood were mistreated. Then that keeps following us until we cut that pattern and really make sure we reparent our inner child, right? That's when we stop that pattern, and that's what I see here for you. Wow, that's an intense reading. Yeah, and it may feel like a lot to you, right? But Spirit is saying you are strong enough with the Ten of Wands here. You really are strong enough. Take it one wand at a time, one day at a time, 1 hour at a time, 1 minute at a time if you have to, right? Because this is a process. This is not a sprint here. This is a marathon, right? If you want to, or you can just take like a longer hike if that's more comforting to you here, because you don't have to run. And there's lots of help on the way, along the way, right? There's lots of help along the way. You do not have to do this all by yourself. You don't. To some of you, this could mean getting help, like outside help, like a therapist or something like that. I'm not saying you need it, but it may facilitate the process. Or it could just be Spirit, the Four of Swords, which is denoting to really going inside. Not so much listening to all those voices, but really listen to your higher self. Surround and surrender in meditation. Surround yourself with the highest Christ light energies and surrender. And it's all good. It is all good, Gemini. In that place, when you go to that place, it's always all good. Always. Wow, these are heavy energies for this reading. Wow, okay. Yeah, you guys, I'm going to draw 2 more cards for you. One from my Angels and Ancestors deck here for you to get advice from Spirit. Also, the Guardian Angel card. Now, I know that a lot of channeling already came out here. And if this resonated with you, I'm curious to take it over to the extended, because with the Shamanic Oracle card, tends to be more information coming through too regarding this situation. So if you're interested, this is your... Which one? This one? Yeah. If you're interested, you can follow me over to Vimeo and or Patreon. To all my newbies, and thank you for your subscriptions. Vimeo is for single extendeds to purchase or to rent. You can choose. And there's Patreon too. You might want to check out both and see whichever option fits you best, because over on Patreon we have 3 different options you can choose from. So pick a tier if you'd like, or just go over to Vimeo if this resonated with you. Also, I'm currently available for private readings still. Yeah, and that's that. Everything down in the caption below. All right, your card is Arrow. Surround yourself with protective energy. Okay. There we go. Arrow. Surround yourself with protective energy. Surround yourself with positive people and experiences and environments that make you feel safe. Call on your angels, guides, and ancestors to bring you protection. Arrows have long been revered as symbols of protection, as many native peoples would use the bow and arrow as a weapon of defense. When an arrow appears in meditation or dreams or an oracle reading, it's a sign you need to protect yourself and what is important to you, because not everyone has the same intentions as you do. This doesn't mean that people are intentionally wanting to hurt you, but they could be careless in their choices and actions, and this could affect you. There are energies around you that could lower your vibration, and it's important you become aware of them and aren't brought down by them. If you are in a situation where you feel that not everything is as clear as it seems, trust your intuition. There are energies in your current situation that aren't fully aligned with your intentions and goals, or with kindness. Follow your intuition about whom to trust and what to trust. If you can take time to retreat or to step out of the situation to assess what is going to be beneficial for you, do so. In any event, this is a time to call on the energy of protection and to place yourself in a space that feels safe. All right. Yeah, just do that. Really do that. Smudge your house, your apartment with white sage, I really recommend, and really ask the angels and ancestors for their help and protection. Please bless and protect myself. Please bless and protect this space here. Okay? It's as simple as that. And ask for guidance, right? Really ask for guidance and then trust. This is why the meditation card showed up, like the Four of Swords here, and really step into that beautiful place, because immediately you'll feel there's higher vibration. You'll be higher vibrational immediately because you're aligned, right? And the other stuff's just going to fall away naturally. All right, you guys. Oh, wow. Okay. We have blessings. Taurus got that one. Also, blessings. Love, light, blessings. Through this card, you are being showered with angelic light. Accept the blessings about to come your way and know that you deserve to be and have all your heart desires. You're being lovingly guided along a golden path, a magical journey through which you shall discover your true essence, the infinite and eternal you. Congratulations. Now, it may not exactly feel like this, but I'm all the more curious what the extended's going to say about that, because that card is very promising. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all your shares, likes, subscriptions, beautiful, beautiful comments. Follow me over to the extended if you like, to Vimeo and or Patreon. And I'll see you over there, or I'll see you next time. Bye, Gemini.